Hi, everybody. This is Cheryl Grace. Welcome to Live from the Pink Couch Season 2. I'm really excited to be here, and thanks for everyone who's been asking, Cheryl, when are you going to have another group of mentees and who are going to be live on your pink couch? And I have been quarantining away from the pink couch, so I'm really thrilled that we found ourselves back together again, because what's live from the pink couch without the pink couch? So I am here. I am so excited because I've got 5 new mentees to introduce to you all today. They're really an incredibly talented group of people. I think you're going to enjoy watching them every second and fourth Sunday of the month beginning now. We call our 5 career professionals the hashtag Next Level Tribe. Here on Live from the Pink Couch, our ultimate goal is to make sure each tribe member gets booted out of the tribe and off of the pink couch. Yep, that's right. This is the only place where it's a good thing to get the boot, because that means tribe members have achieved their goals. So achieving your goal is going to get you booted out of the tribe. And that is what I wish for each and every single one of you, that you get booted sooner rather than later. So without further ado, what I'd really love now to do is to introduce you to each person, and I'm going to let them tell you what it is that they're hoping to get out of this experience. We're going to start with Ryan, who is our newbie. So Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself. Hi, why you're here, and what we can help you with.
Hi, so I'm Ryan, and I studied finance at Marquette University, and I graduated December 2020, and now I'm looking for my first career opportunity in finance, preferably investment banking. And that's pretty much the next step, and why I'm here is to get the resources I need to get to that next level of the career I want in investment banking.
Hey, Ryan. So first of
Hey,
all, congratulations on your graduation
thank you.
during COVID, no doubt.
Mhm.
So did you have a ceremony, Ryan?
Nope, we got a YouTube video though.
Oh, you got a YouTube video. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Ryan, how old are you, Ryan?
I'm 25.
25 years old.
Yes.
And are you looking at getting an investment banking job in the Chicagoland area? Does it matter? Are we keeping you home based? What are we doing?
It doesn't matter, to be honest. Like, as long as I feel like I'm being utilized in the best way, I'll take it anywhere.
Okay, great. And what's your salary goal that you want to work toward?
I always heard that never like you should always try to match or go higher than your college tuition, and like, so mine was like 41K. So I'm trying to go for at least 51 to 56K
Okay, 51 to 66?
to 56K.
56. All right, 51 to $56,000 for your first job is the range that we're working with for you,
Yes.
correct? Okay, and when would you like to do this by?
The summer, preferably.
So, okay. So, one of the things we're going to talk about here, you guys, is how important it is to be very, very specific when you set your goals, because your brain literally starts working subconsciously to bring it to life by a particular time frame. So Ryan, summer could be June, July, August.
Mhm.
Some people think summer goes into September. So how about you give us an actual date as to when you'd like to be butt in seat at your new investment banking job?
Okay. Definitely June 1st then.
June 1st. Okay. All right. So our goal with Ryan, we're now February, so March, April, May, 3 months. We're going to work to get Ryan into his first job. So that's what we're working on for Ryan. So welcome, newbie. We have our marching orders with you. We know what we're going to do. All right, so buckle in, because we're going to move fast, because 3 months is going to go by fast, Ryan.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have Fatia, who is the hopeful. So Fatia is going to tell us a little bit about herself. The hopeful is generally someone who has been displaced or laid off from a previous role and is hopeful about getting back into the workplace. And so Fatia, tell us about you and welcome.
Hi, Cheryl, and hi, hello, everyone. As Cheryl mentioned, my name is Fatia, and I am the hopeful. I received my bachelor's in broadcast journalism with a minor in public health, and I recently received my MBA with a concentration in marketing. I was working as a marketing data analyst, but my job was impacted by COVID, so I'm looking now to get back into the workforce with a marketing position either in tech or in the healthcare space.
Tech or healthcare?
Yes.
Great. Any place in the country in particular that you're looking at, or?
Within the Texas area.
Texas. Okay, so we got a Lone Star. All right. And we have a Lone Star here too, but okay. But in the Texas area, and a tech or healthcare role doing data analytics or?
Yeah, something that has a data analytics or data visualization aspect to it, as well as marketing. So that could be user experience, that could be data analysis or data visualization or digital marketing. So it depending on the job description, we have a couple of different names for it.
Okay, great. And how much do you want to make?
Between 85 and 100K.
Okay, 85 and 100K. Got it. All righty. Everybody say hi to Fatia, the hopeful. Hey, Fatia. I feel like we're in one of those alcoholic. Hey, Fatia. Okay. Welcome, Fatia. We're really glad to have you. I actually met Fatia a number of years ago when she was in grad school working on that MBA, and they invited me to come out and speak, and she was so supportive and helpful. And so when she heard that we were doing Live from the Pink Couch, she reached out on LinkedIn and said, hey, Cheryl, you know, I got laid off and I'd love to be a participant in Live from the Pink Couch. So that's how we're here. So glad to have you guys. Next, we have Quanisha. And Quanisha is, you got a little unique story. Why don't you tell us about it, Kwani?
In terms of just my career trajectory, or just like?
So you are our rising star.
Yes.
And so you have hope, you're hopeful of getting a promotion.
Yes,
there's
correct.
an or to it. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I am hopeful of getting a promotion or a industry change within the same title structure, but just somewhere outside of the nonprofit sector. And
okay, so right now you're in a nonprofit organization.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been at a premier cultural institution for the past 4 years. It's been great. I've learned, I've grown a lot, but I'm looking for more. I know that I'm capable of doing more. I'm a quick study. So my primary goal is to really increase my salary. I really want to be at the 200 mark. I know that that is what I'm worth, and I love to get this done by September. My daughter will be off to high school, boarding school, so I could really use the opportunity and the time to grind. So that's what I want to do.
I love it. Okay, so we're looking to get promoted or change industries, but we moving outside of the nonprofit role. And our goal is $200,000 by September 2021, correct?
That's correct.
All righty, we're with you. Daughter goes off to high school. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. I'm really thrilled to have you on board, Kwani, and looking forward to working with you.
Thank you.
And
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. We're gonna get you that promotion, girl. And I love how you qualified. I'm worth it.
Yes.
I love that. So she's worth every dime and dollar that she's asking for. And so we're going to help her do that. Next up, we have Dorissa. Dorissa is our lone star, and our lone star is generally someone who is starting an entrepreneurial venture of some sort. So, Dorissa, welcome. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I'm so grateful to be here. My name is Dorissa, and I am the Lone Star. I am an attorney and social justice advocate turned techpreneur. I am starting my own tech company called Cause Music. It is an app that will give you your own personal theme song based on your astrology. And so I'm just excited to explore that here and take this journey with you, Cheryl. So thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So, all right, Miss Lone Star, you are a little bit different than some of the others that we're talking to. So how can I help you specifically? What is it that you need assistance on?
Yes, well, I am looking for a technical person who can help me with building out the actual coding, the UX, UI of my app, and some of the functionality with connecting it to the music so that people can enjoy it and get their self-confidence, their star confidence, I like to say. And what I also need help with is fundraising. Building an app costs money. So, there's certain equipment and things that I need to help with my marketing. So I need budgets and stuff for that. So I'm looking to raise $30,000 to $50,000 to help me with achieving that goal. So my startup has a great start and I'm able to do the things that I need to do. My goal is to have my app launched by July the 31st of this year. So I'm excited and I have a ton of work to do, but I'm overjoyed. So.
Okay. All right. We got to roll up our sleeves on this one because you're moving fast, honey. So $30,000 to $50,000 by July 31st. Have you raised any of this capital yet?
So I am bootstrapping, as they say. I have raised $20,000. Well, not raised it. It's from my savings. And I am bootstrapping my company right now. I'm carrying the load on that. And so, I definitely want to have enough runway to get the app out and have it be profitable on its own and be able to give me additional funding. But, it's a startup company and you have to have startup capital sufficient enough to carry you through to that point. So that's what I'm aiming to do. Okay,
great. All righty. All right, Dorissa, we got our marching orders for you, $30,000 to $50,000. Yes. Is that additional capital or is that on top of or including the $20K that you've already raised? Or that you already with your own money?
Yeah, that's on top of. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so $30,000 to $50,000 by July 31st. I'm going to start putting y'all in chronological order here.
And launching my app by then and have the app launched by then.
Right, to have the app launched. Okay, great. All righty, we're ready.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep, last but certainly not least is Therese, the most elegant Therese, who is our Career 2.0 star. And Therese, tell us about what you're hoping to do while you're here and what we're going to help you do.
Well, first and foremost, I do want to thank you for this wonderful, unique opportunity. I always say even the mentor needs a mentor, and I am excited. I'm excited to be in this room filled with this wonderful, wonderful talent. In terms of Career 2.0, wow, when I hear it like that, I'm thinking, okay, I'm ready. What my goal is, I have been with a luxury brand for over 25 years. And what I do know is that I love it there, but I know it's not going to last forever. And what I am really looking forward to is really thinking, how will I really just step from the corporate world into my own business leadership world? And right now I have a successful nonprofit that really impacts the community for young girls, Yes Girls Create. And in addition, my new love is my new business just recently started, already LLC. And really it's just about helping new business owners rebrand themselves. It's wonderful, but it's also really challenging because it's something that I've been doing for years for free. So now really what I have come to find is that I need to be able to monetize it and put it into the marketplace in a place that people are open and connected to receiving it as a business. The great thing is that it has started to become very popular and in need, particularly during this 2020 time. And now I'm at the space, okay, how do I really get this up and running? So by the time that I'm, ready to retire and move from the corporate space, that this becomes really what my 9 to 5 is, but it's on my own time. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, I know from personal experience how the desire is to move from a cushy corporate role.
Yes.
I like to say where we move from being institutionalized,
Yes.
where we have regular paychecks, regular vacations, you get bonuses, you
Yes.
get, sick days when you're sick, you still get paid. And when you move over to the entrepreneurial side and you're running your own business, if you're sick, you're not bringing in any money.
Correct.
So making sure that you're prepared for that. So what specifically do you want this time on the Pink Couch to help you accomplish toward your business? You're already a LLC. And so what specifically do you want us to help you with, and by when?
So specifically, I would think that just being able to put this new brand in the marketplace and really identify, okay, am I working in the correct space? Do I have the right contacts? Do I have the correct audience identified? And really being able to understand what it takes to truly be my own boss. So understanding that, I need to quantify what my client base will look like. By when? I would definitely say by September of 2021.
I always start with what the actual goal is that you want to achieve. And I want to make sure that your goals, I always go by the SMART goal method, because it really helps narrowly focus what you're trying to achieve. So SMART stands for, and I know you use this in your professional lives, but I think it's also important for you to figure out how to use it in your personal lives too, because it really can catapult you to the next level. I've watched some of my clients who were a little bit nebulous on what they wanted, and then they put it into a SMART goal sentence. And again, the brain starts working toward that. So I'm going to go back through and ask each of you to restate what you want in a SMART goal statement. And so let me give an example of what that looks like before you do it, because it needs to be as if it has happened. Again, that's the psychological aspect of how our brain works. When we say or speak something as if it has happened, the brain doesn't know the difference between reality and what's not true. That's why you can go and watch a movie and sob when the person gets murdered, even though you know that person is probably sitting in another movie theater watching themselves be killed, right? But your brain processes things as if it is real. So if I am looking at getting a job making $75,000 a year as a director of marketing communications, and my goal is to have achieved that by September of 2021, I state that in a SMART goal. I am working as a director of marketing communications in a large metropolitan city, making $150,000 a year as of September 30th, 2021. That sounds a little bit different than, I hope to be, I want to be, I think. It's I am. So now if we can go through and have you, and you can take notes if you want. I don't want to scare you and say don't don't like look away from the camera, but I want to make sure that you are really crystal clear, everybody. And those of you who are at home who are like trying to do this exercise too, I promise you it is so powerful when you can state it as if it has happened and be very specific about what you want to have happen. And we'll shape that today. So once we shape it, and I believe these big audacious goals, I call them pink elephants. And I think we could eat pink elephants every day, but we have to do it by choice. And we also have to break that pink elephant into really bitty, teeny weeny small bites. And that's how I'm going to help each of you accomplish your goals. So I'm going to start with you. How would you state your pink elephant or your big audacious goal? How would you state it?
I would state it as, hi, I'm Darissa Griffin, and I am a techpreneur who launched her app, CosMusic, and raised her first round of funding of $50,000 by July the 31st of 2021.
I love that. I love that. Can you all see the difference between what she just said and what we were talking about a little bit earlier?
Yeah.
There's a big difference. So first round of funding of $50,000 by
July 31st, 2021.
July 31st, 2021. Okay. So every day that you see it and you speak it into existence and you affirm that it's going to happen, get you a closer step toward that. So that was wonderful, Darissa. Thank you. That was great. Anything else you want to add? Because that was really good.
No, I think that's good. Clarity is gold.
Clarity is gold. It really is. Okay. So we got your pink elephant. Fatia, how about you go next?
Yeah, I'm so excited to do this exercise. I was writing it as you were speaking, and mine I think is a bit lengthy, so I may need some assistance there. So
Okay, that's what I'm here for.
I wrote that I am a marketing data visualization manager at a tech or healthcare firm making $85,000 to $100,000 by August 2021, focusing on consumer behavior.
I think it's perfect. I mean, it's very clear. It's very specific.
Awesome.
It's very clear. Making 85 to 100 by August. What was the date?
2021.
August 2021. Give me a date in August. It could be August 1st. It could be.
I'll use my birthday, August 23rd.
All right, August 23rd. So this is going to be your birthday gift to yourself.
Yes.
All righty, wonderful. Do you have any questions about that goal, Fatia? Because it's pretty clear.
Yeah, the question really was the end part about focusing on consumer behavior because it's something I'm passionate about. So trying to figure out where to put that in because it's not necessarily in the job description, but I am grateful and thankful that when you make SMART goals, like you mentioned, they come to fruition. So
they do. Yeah. And I know a little bit of something about consumer behavior. So I know those jobs are out there. I know people who are in those jobs. And so I think adding it on helps make your quest very specific, which is a good thing. And because that also narrows down the companies that you're going after. But also, like if you take a look at it, consumer behavior and doing market managing and analytics, it could be not just a market research company, like it could also be all of the radio, television stations. They all have people. That's what they do is they pay attention to consumer behavior and how and how it impacts what they're selling. So they're researchers in analytics and marketing people in all of these businesses. So I don't think it's going to narrow to a degree that you can't find a job. Does that make sense?
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Kwani, we got Kwani and Ryan. So Kwani, tell me what you think your SMART goal is.
Yeah, so I'm excited to reframe. So my SMART goal is I am a senior manager of talent acquisition or a senior VP, and there's an element of diversity to either of the roles. I am making $200,000 as of September 2021.
Okay. Tell me again, a senior manager or a senior VP? Because there's a big difference between the two, right? Because a senior manager, there's manager, senior manager, VP, then senior VP. So there's a bit of a no.
No. Senior manager or senior HR BP. So like HR business partner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because my background is in as a generalist, I really can go either way.
Okay. And what is your title now?
So my current title is manager of.
Okay. Manager. All
Bonnie,
right.
VP sounds good. VP sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds great. I'll take it.
So I'm just wondering why you don't go with the VP. Why? How long you been working, Kwani?
Since 2005.
Okay, so we're in 2021. So what is that? That's 16 years?
16, yeah.
About 16 years?
Give about, yeah.
So you think you're ready to be a vice president? What makes
That's a good question. I
Why do you-
probably have to step away and think about it.
what makes you pause?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What scares you about it?
I would say the level of responsibility and expectation that comes with the title, but you see, I'm up against that now. I'm always on. I interface with senior leadership, trustees, executive leadership on a regular basis. So I don't know if it's just like this mental block that I have in terms of what I perceive it to be versus what it really is, and probably what I'm already doing. So yeah, it's something I really have to get past.
Okay. All right. I will honor your wishes and put you down as a senior manager. So, and again, and you're out east, right?
Yes, in New York.
Okay. And Therese, you're out east.
I am New York also.
And so a senior manager, are those roles generally in the $200,000 range, or is that a VP range?
That's about the senior manager range.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure, again, as part of the strategic, smart, attainable, realistic, and time-based, that the realistic part of the SMART goal is there, which is why I'm being a little inquisitive for you, whether or not you're ready for a VP, because I would be going for a VP role if I were you. But we got to operate at your confidence. But my job also, you guys, is not to tell you what your girlfriends are going to tell you or what your buds are going to tell you. It's to tell you what I think you're capable of. And I think with 16 years of experience, you probably could be a VP. And the reason this is so important to like really narrow down what you want is because then that's what you go after, right? So if you in your head think that you can be a VP, then you apply for VP roles. If in your head you think that, well, I'm going to play it safe, and you know what, and HR, so I'm not going to second guess you, but I would make sure, and I've watched my last year's hopeful do this. So she had been laid off and was working for out of work for 18 to 24 months, and accepted a director's level job, worked there for 8 months, and then just accepted a couple of weeks ago a VP role, so that she used one job to get to the other, right? So even if right now we're going to move you to a senior manager, in our minds, it has to be I'm going to go from senior manager to director to VP, right? So are we not even ready to be a director?
Oh, we're ready to be a director. Yes.
So can we put you down for directors?
Yes, we can.
You feel comfortable with that?
I do completely.
All right. So we're going to skip all that senior manager stuff and we're going for a director's role.
Okay. I like it.
All right. Good, Kwani. Okay. All righty. Ryan,
Hi. So
Terry starting out there, but you sound like you got it all together. So tell me about it.
I got you. So I'm Ryan Sayer. I am an investment analyst at a middle market or bulge bracket investment banking firm, making $51,000 to $56,000 a year by June 1st, 2021.
That's great. Tell me again, investment, what was the first part?
Investment analyst.
Analyst?
Yes.
Okay. In a
Middle market to bulge bracket.
middle market to what?
Bulge bracket. Those
Spell
are like the bulge bracket, BULGE.
Oh, bulge bracket. What's
Yes.
that mean, Mr. Investment Man?
Bulge bracket are like the major banks like JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs. Those are like the major ones.
Bulge market. I just learned a new term today. Am I the only one, ladies? Did y'all
Me
learn
too.
something new?
Me too.
Yeah, okay. All right. 51 to 56K by June 1st,
Yes.
2021. Okay. Ryan, what scares you about the job search? Or what excites you about it?
I think just COVID happening right now is kind of hard trying to like navigate where to go, who to apply to, who's hiring, because my internship got canceled because of the virus. So it's just really weird time for me right now as far as applying. So that's the only thing discouraging me right now.
Okay. And where was your internship before it got canceled?
It was at TLC Management in Chicago.
Okay. And what was your GPA?
GPA was at 3.4.
3.4. Okay.
Yeah.
GPA. Okay, great. Okay. I think these are all doable. Like, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you all think. And so the way you just stated each of your goals, I need to know whether everybody is comfortable with those goals. Yep, Therese.
I was thinking as you were speaking with the others. Okay, I said I have to step my game up and put some quantifiable measures around this here, right?
All right, let's step up the game, Therese. Let's hear it.
I had the butterflies in my stomach as I was thinking of it. I said I will recommunicate what my goal is in terms of my company. What I'll say is that by September, I'm going to say August 23rd, because that's my mom's birthday also. I'm going to say
we
by
got a lot of August 23rd
yes,
going on.
yes,
All right.
yes. So that was the sign for me right there. By August 23rd, I want to have 10 new clients with potentially 2 new employees making about $25,000 in profits from Brand New View.
25 in profit making by Brand New what?
But that's just the company, Brand New View.
Oh, Brand New View. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Because I have the nonprofit, but that's not related to that.
Okay. So 25K in profit.
Yes,
So that means after all expenses.
yes.
Do you know what it costs you monthly?
No, I don't. So I have to evaluate that.
And when you say with 2 employees, what do you need the employees for right now?
I think because it's idea generation. So I think it's about being able to give each new client the attention that I would want them to have. So I think by being able to do that, I can have someone that's helping to field the calls and really set up some things from a technology standpoint, because I think I get inundated in the details. So then it may pull me away from being in the focus of where I would want to. And I still work full time, so I gotta have time realistically.
So my only suggestion is instead of you hiring 2 employees, I'm really strongly going to recommend
Mhm.
that perhaps you look into freelancers who
Perfect.
have an area of expertise
Mhm.
in that which you need. Because bringing on somebody onto a payroll and you're not even sure what your expenses are going out
Yes.
yet, right? That puts unnecessary pressure on you.
Yes.
Whereas if you can have a virtual assistant, I have a virtual assistant that I work with. She's probably responded to some of y'all on LinkedIn,
Yes.
who worked for me. I think she's out of Nigeria, and she charges me $2.50 an hour,
Take her.
right?
That's
So
great.
we can talk about that
Yeah.
kind of synergy, because when you're starting up, you don't want to just start throwing money
Yes.
when what you're really looking for are solutions. And sometimes there are people who are literally out there to give you solutions.
Yeah.
And you don't have to put them on a payroll.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you.
So you say you want 10 new clients. How much are you charging your clients right now?
On average, about $700 for a, and I'm with them for just about 2 months between the different sessions, and that's the least amount from a package standpoint. The highest side goes into upwards of $2,000.
Okay, so $700 to $2,000 per client.
Yes.
And so do you know what that averages out to, how much you're averaging bringing in right now?
On average, it could be around the $1,500 a month.
So you're bringing in $1,500 a month.
Yes.
And so $25,000, and I don't have my Medea calculator,
Either. Without looking
but
down,
$25,000,
that's
so
figure-
that's $25,000 by August. So
Yes.
we're in February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So in 6 months, 25,000. So 25,000 divided by 6 is about what is that? $8,000 a month? What am I? $4,000 a month?
About 4. Give it a little under 25. You figure.
Okay.
25, 25.
So yeah, it's about 4,000, a little under $4,000 a month.
Yes.
So I'm going to rewrite your goal and make sure that you know how much you need to be bringing in each month.
Yes.
So, I will have, 10 new clients making an average of $4,000 a month, bringing in $25K in profit,
Yes.
right? Because we still got to do the expenses. So that's what your homework assignment is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So let me explain homework assignments. Okay. Because all y'all gonna have different homework assignments to make sure that you are getting to the next phase. So the number one thing is you're going to send me these statements that you just wrote. I'm gonna let you refine them because I know I put you on the spot. I'm gonna let you refine them and then send them over to me so I can put them on your pink elephant chart. That's homework assignment number 1. Okay. Any questions about homework assignment number 1? Okay. Pink elephant goal. Okay, refined pink elephant goal. All right. So number 2, Ryan, I need Ryan and Fascia in particular. I need you all to make a list of 20 companies that you think you would like to be interested in working in. 20 companies. Okay. And you may already have them, and so you don't even have to worry about it. But I want you to think seriously about these 20 companies and to make sure that they're companies that may have the types of jobs that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense, Satya?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
And are you, any hesitancy about identifying those 20 companies?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Have you come up with a list before of companies that you'd like to work at?
I have, it's sort of a list. It's not all in one place, but I do have starred some emails from companies that I have interview for, but may not necessarily got the offer. So I do have a starred email conglomerate of sorts of companies that I am still interested in.
Okay. And Ryan, do you have a list?
I do.
You do?
Yes, I do, yeah.
I'm loving Ryan. Okay. How many about how many are on your list, Ryan?
About 40.
Oh, okay. Bring your 40.
Okay.
If you have more than, the 20, bring your 40, because then we're going to move into networking with those people at those 40 and 20 places. So if you have more than 20, bring them.
Okay.
Just don't come under 20. Okay. All right. And then Kwani, you want to be promoted. I need to see, well, this is Ryan, Fascia, and Kwani. I need to see your resumes. And I need to see your resumes as they are now, but I also need you to take a look at those resumes and make sure that they are written in an accomplishment-based format. Okay, so a responsibility-based resume functions more like a job description because it describes what you did, while an accomplishment-based resume, it uses metrics to describe how well you did the job. And hiring managers really want to know the how, not so much the what. It's important when you're looking for work that you're able to demonstrate what you've done and, more importantly, how well you guys have done it. And accomplishment-based resumes, they help you do that, while the responsibility-based resumes, they don't do it so much. So, for example, Ryan, you don't have job responsibilities, but you do have volunteer experience. So a responsibility-based statement on your resume right now, because I think you've got some of those, it says something like responsible for raising revenue as treasurer of Greek organization or of an organization. But a rewritten statement as an accomplishment-based statement is going to read something like raised more than $10,000 in under 3 months as the treasurer of my civic organization. This is how you're going to stand out on your resume from other candidates, by putting everything into accomplishment-based language. It really does make a difference. So that those 20 companies, 40 companies that you got, that they're going to look at you.
Okay.
Okay. Because you're up against people who have done internships.
Yeah.
Right. That's your competition. And so we need to do something to make you stand out. Okay. Fascia, you have work. And so you do have things that you've done, right?
Yes.
Can you think of something that you've done that you can relay back in a way that is accomplishment based? Can you give me an example?
Yeah. You want me right now?
Yeah, just yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I was a product manager for Tata Global Beverage, and I was responsible for the customer journey mapping for a new health and wellness beverage. And I was able to create or to curate the customer journey map for the millennial health conscious consumer.
Okay. What was the company? Wait, don't go away. What was the name of the company?
Oh, okay. Tata Global Beverage.
Tata Global Beverage. Okay. Do you know what the billings are for Tata Global Beverage? What their profit, okay. So the way I would frame it up, do you know, are they global? Okay.
Yes, they are.
So I would frame it up that you did this for a global $9 billion brand that you developed, whatever it was that you said. Does that make sense? Like everything needs
Yes.
to be measurable and everything can be put into a larger context. So as opposed to just saying the company's name, you can say, you know, global brand valued at $9 billion. And I successfully provided the analytical services in a 3-month period for 15 of their whatever.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. Thank you so much.
And if we do that for you don't have to do it for every single thing on your resume, but those are the kinds of things that pop out. Because then that tells me you work for a global brand. It tells me that you're used to managing, you know, large accounts or doing work on large accounts.
Does that help if the accomplishment is more on the qualitative side?
If you can make it quantitative and qualitative, I would do both whenever you can.
Okay.
I would combine them if you can.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So Kwani, can you give me an example of an HR responsibility that you've had success? And when I talk about success, and you will know this more than anything, Kwani, when people do their performance evaluations, you aren't measured based on what they hired you to do. You are evaluated based on how well you did it.
Mm-hmm.
So how well have you done your job, Kwani, as we go up the ladder and name you a director?
Okay. So in my last role as a global HR manager for a management consulting firm, I actually grew the entire company globally from 19 to 120 people in a 1-year time frame. I also implemented a really robust and comprehensive onboarding strategy and plan that actually reduced turnover and improved retention by 100%. I rolled out the company's first engagement survey, which informed the CEO, who I actually reported into, and the COO of things that needed to be improved. And so we took it from there. And in my current role, I actually implemented an internal applicant portal because everything is done manually and there is no applicant tracking system. And so the internal application process for candidates was incredibly frustrating. And so the process actually created transparency for all internal applicants, streamlined the process for both recruiting and the end users, which are the internal applicants, and also aligns with my organization's DEIA strategy.
Love it. And you have those bulleted out in those quantifiable metrics. I love it. So great work. Lone Star.
Hey.
Teresa. Okay. Yours is a little bit different because you have to attract angel investors, or you have to attract technicians. And so how we frame you up so that people, you know, you're an attorney, how are you going to frame up what investors want to hear before they can make an investment in your company?
Yes, well, defining who my target audience is, making sure that that's very clear is always the best starting point. In addition to the problem that you're solving, you know, what it is that you're actually doing for your target audience and why they would want your product. Those are the things that you have to make very clear. The value proposition, you know, meaning, you know, what can you expect in terms of the market, like the industry, how big is it, you know, and then what niche are you specifically going for? So I'm targeting the astrology app market, which is a smaller niche from, you know, the mystical and psychic service market in general, which is a $2.1 billion market to begin with. So the app niche is closer to 40 to 60 million. And I'll be competing with other astrology app companies in a market that is growing at hockey stick rates over the past couple of years. So defining that really well for potential investors, angel investors, helping them to understand, what it is that I'm doing, my qualifications, any potential team that I'm developing to help me achieve these goals and accomplish them. That's the other thing. And what they get out of it, of course, that's going to be really important for me being able to define. So.
And have you shaped any of that up yet?
Yes, I actually have my avatar. I am targeting women between the ages of 32 and 36 in the DC metropolitan area. They make between $45,000 and $60,000. And one of the things that they are struggling with is self-confidence. They pretty much already have a familiarity with astrology. They love it. They want to know more about it. And they're interested in helping to develop their personal development, like solving that and self-confidence and really being able to have something that's going to be like a power anthem for them to help them push through to their goals, know who they are and not doubt themselves. So that's what the goal of the Cosmusic app is, what I'm aiming to do with it. And defining more narrowly, that's something that I want to get assistance with, is helping me to define what the price point should be. Like, how much do you pay for a personal theme song? What is that? That's something that, in the market of astrology apps specifically, that's not out there. So it's something that's new. It's very unique. And it's fun. And I think really working with somebody to help me to define that and build that out, that whole experience. I want it to be a great experience for people when they come to the app. So all of these things, will need to be, worked out and developed. So.
Okay, good. So I'm glad you've got the avatar, that you have your target audience. Those are all really very important. I would love for you to send me the proposal package that you already have in existence right now. Hopefully you can get your homework turned into me by Wednesday before that Sunday. So get your homework turned into me by the 10th of March. So I'll have enough time to look at it and provide any feedback. Does anybody have any questions about your homework or about any of this? Okay, so I always have a Pink Couch tip, sometimes more than others, but the Cheryl's Pink Couch tip for this episode is always be as specific as you can about what you want the world to deliver at your feet, right? The more specific you can be, the more specific your ask is for the universe, the more likely your chances are going about in achieving it. And you got to believe that you can achieve it. So there's actually 2 Pink Couch tips. Number 1 is be specific in what you're asking for by setting SMART goals. Number 2 is believe that you can achieve it. Because if you don't believe it, then you can't sell it to me. Mm-hmm. Now, you all have really done a great job today of selling me on the fact that you're ready to achieve what it is you say you want. I'm excited about working with you. Let's get the homework started and let's get these goals rolling.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate
everybody.
you.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check out the progression of all of our participants at Cheryl's channel of Fabulosity on YouTube, or learn more about the coaching programs and services we offer at IamCherylGrace.com. This has been a Powerful Penny LLC Pink Elephant production.